Hello everyone, I am Prakhya Jain, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, HIT Mangalore. Today I am going to discuss about Chapter 2 of Module 1, that is Fluid Statics. In this video, I am going to discuss about total pressure, center of pressure, expression for vertical, horizontal and inclined plane surfaces submerged in fluid. So first let's define what is total pressure and what is center of pressure. So total pressure is defined as the force exerted by the static fluid on a surface, either plane or curved, when the fluid comes in contact with the surface. This force always acts normal to the surface. So this is a force exerted by the static fluid. What is static fluid? Static fluid is the fluid at rest. So this is a force exerted by fluid at rest on a surface that may be like plane or curved one. So this force acts always normal to the surface, or that is perpendicular to the surface. Center of pressure. Now what is center of pressure? It is defined as point of application of total pressure on the surface. Is a point at which the total pressure is going to act. That point is called as center of pressure. There are four cases of submerged surfaces on which total pressure force and center of pressure is to be determined. The submerged surfaces may be first one vertical plane surface, second one horizontal plane surface, third one inclined plane surface, and fourth one curved surface. As I already discussed about total pressure, this is a the force exerted by static fluid on a surface, either plane or curved one. So here we have to derive expression for four cases. That is a vertical surface. First case is vertical surface, second one is horizontal surface, and third one that's surface that is inclined at some inclination, and fourth one is curved surface. So first let's go for deriving expression for vertical plane surface. Very important derivation from examination point of view. So vertical plane surface submerged in liquid. So consider a plane vertical surface of arbitrary shape immersed in a liquid as shown in figure below. So arbitrary shape, it is of random shape. Just consider one random shape. So that is vertical. So as shown in figure below, let A equal to total area of the surface, h bar equal to distance of center of gravity from the area, the center of gravity of the area from free surface of liquid. So you know what is center of gravity. So h bar is the distance of center of gravity, that is g, from free surface of water or liquid. G equal to center of gravity of plane surface, and P equal to center of pressure. So it's a center of pressure where the total pressure force is going to act, or total pressure force is going to act. H star equal to a distance of center of pressure from the free surface of the liquid, or is a position of a center of pressure from free surface of liquid. You can see the diagram. H bar, that is measured from free surface of liquid, or that is OO, to the point P, and G, that is G to OO, that is the distance is S bar. So this is the distance of center of gravity of the area from free surface of liquid. So total pressure force F, the total pressure force on the surface may be determined by dividing the entire surface into number of small parallel strips. The force on small strip is then calculated, and the total pressure force on whole area is calculated by integrating the force on small strip. So here for deriving expression for total pressure force, that is F, to divide the random shape or random area into n number of small strips. For example, you can see the diagram. I have considered one small area of thickness dh. So to divide entire area into small strips. If you calculate expression for total pressure for that area, then you can get expression for total pressure of entire surface by just integrating it. That is a summation. Integration means it is a summation. So by integrating the total pressure force on small strip, we can get total pressure force for entire area. So there's a meaning. Consider a strip of thickness dh and width b at a depth of h from free surface of liquid as shown in figure. So you have to consider one small strip of thickness dh, and it is at a distance h from free surface of liquid, or that is from OO. The pressure intensity on the strip, that is P equal to rho gh. So this is a pressure force, P equal to rho gh. Now what is the area of small strip? Area of the small strip, this is a rectangular shape, so length into breadth. So length is that is B, and breadth it is, or thickness, that is taken as DH. So length into B into DH, there is the area of small strip. B into DH is dA equal to B into DH. So therefore total pressure force on the whole surface, so you know pressure equal to F by A, force by area. So in order to get force, we have to multiply area to pressure. So we have area, that is dA, and we have pressure force, that is P equal to rho GH. So F can be obtained very easily. So F equal to integration of dF, that is equal to, now dF, that is the for small elemental area, so that is equal to integration P into dA. So what is P? P is rho GH, A is B into DH. So integration rho GH into B into DH. So that is equal to, so rho G is a constant, we can take out from integration sign. So rho G into integration H into B into DH. But integration H into B into DH, so that is equal to, what is B into DH? B into DH is area of small strip. So integration H into B into DH, that is equal to H into dA. Now H into dA, integration H into dA is actually moment of surface area about the free surface of liquid. So we considered area, the small area dA, at a distance of H from the free surface, or from OO. So that is actually integration from H into dA, that is a moment of surface area, that is dA, about free surface of liquid. So it is at a distance H. So dA into H, integration H into dA. So that is equal to area of the surface into distance of center of gravity from the free surface. So area of the surface is capital A, it is not area of small strip, it is the area of the surface. So capital A into distance of center of gravity from the free surface. So distance of center of gravity, distance of center of gravity from free surface. So distance of center of gravity from the free surface means it is H bar. So integration H into dA, that is equal to A into H bar. So therefore F equal to rho into G into A into H bar. Take it as expression 1. So this is the expression for total pressure force. For the water, value of rho, as we all know, that is 1000 kg per meter cube, and G, that is equal to 9.81 meter per second square. The force will be in Newton. The unit of force is Newton. So this is a total pressure force. So unit of F also Newton. Next, center of pressure, we have to get expression for center of pressure, that is H star. Center of pressure, that is center of pressure point is P. P is at a distance of H star from free surface. So we are supposed to find that distance from free surface. So center of pressure is calculated by using the principle of moments, which states that the moment of resultant force about an axis is equal to sum of moments of the components about the same axis. So we are supposed to find here moment of resultant force. What's the moment of resultant force? Resultant force is F. So moment, it is force into distance. So you can see the diagram there, side view. So F is acting at a distance of H star from free surface, or OO. So F into H star, there's a moment of resultant force the value. So F into H star. Now F into H star should be equal to sum of moments of components about the same axis. So we have to calculate the sum of moments of components about the same axis. I'll explain about this thing in next slide. The resultant force F is acting at P at a distance H star from free surface of the liquid as shown in figure. You can see this side view. So F is acting at a point P, so at a distance H star from free surface. Similarly, for small strip, the force DF is acting at a distance H from free surface. I have to draw this diagram, that is AB. So this is a side view AB, and H star location, and you are supposed to write H. So H is acting. So H is the distance from the top of this small strip to free surface of the liquid. So hence the moment of force F about free surface of the liquid, so that is equal to F into H star. So force into distance, there's a moment. So F is acting at a distance H star from free surface of liquid. So F into H star, there's a resultant moment of resultant force. So take it as expression 2. So moment of force dF acting on small strip about free surface of liquid. So you can see the diagram dF, it is acting at a distance h from free surface of liquid. So what is the moment of that component force? dF into h. So this is what according to the principle of moments. So moment of resultant force equal to integration of moment of component force. So dF into h. So moment of force dF acting on a strip about free surface of liquid equal to dF into h. But dF equal to, that is pressure force into area. Pressure force is pressure is rho gh into area is B into dH. So rho gh into B into dH. So dF into h, that becomes rho gh into B into dH into h. So sum of moments of all such forces about free surface of the liquid. Sum of moments that can be replaced by integration sum. We are going to summing of all component forces. So we are going to get integration sign there. So that is equal to integration rho gh into B into dH into h. So that is equal to, rho g is a constant, so we can take it out from integration sign. So rho g into integration h into B into dH into h. So that is equal to rho g into, so we can just multiply h together there. So rho g into bh square into dH. So that is equal to rho g into, what is B into dH? B into dH is dA. So that is equal to rho g into h square into dA, since bdh equal to dA. But integration h square dA, that is equal to bh square into dA, just cancelling rho g on both the sides of above equation. So that is equal to actually moment of inertia of the surface about free surface of the liquid. Moment of inertia of the surface. So you already studied about moment in mechanics of material, that is mom. So moment of inertia of the surface about free surface of the liquid. So moment of inertia about free surface is represented by OO. So moment of inertia about free surface, that is IO. So I, or you can call it as I naught. So therefore sum of moments about free surface equal to rho g. So rho g into I naught. So rho g into I naught, take it as expression 3, because only h square into dA, that is equal to bh square into dH, that is actually equal to I naught. So rho g is common there, so you have to multiply that thing. So rho g into I naught, so take it as expression 3. Now F into H star, that is equal to rho g into I naught, but F equal to rho g into A H bar. So I already told about this thing, F into H star, that is equal to rho g into I naught, that is according to principle of moments. So moment of resultant force equal to moment of component force. So moment of component force, we got it as rho g into I naught. So F into H star equal to rho g into I naught. F we already calculated, rho g into H into rho g into H bar into A. So just substitute F equal to rho g into A into H bar. So rho g into A into H bar into H star equal to rho g I naught. So you can get expression for H star as H star equal to rho g I naught divided by rho g into A into H bar, that is equal to I naught divided by A into H bar. Take it as expression 4. But from the theorem of parallel axis, we have I naught equal to Ig plus A into H bar square. So you can see that we have to calculate moment about a free surface, that is OO. So that is parallel to the axis passing through centroid. So that is a parallel axis theorem. So I naught equal to Ig plus A into H bar square. So where Ig equal to moment of inertia of area about an axis passing through CG of area and parallel to free surface of liquid. Now substituting Ig in equation 4, we get H star equal to Ig plus A into H bar square divided by A H bar. So that is equal to Ig divided by A H bar plus H bar. So take it as expression 5. In equation 5, H bar is the distance of center of gravity of the vertical surface from free surface of liquid. So this is an expression for center of pressure, that is H star equal to Ig divided by A H bar plus H bar. You have to remember this expression for solving the problems. So the moment of inertia and other geometric properties of some important plane surfaces. So you have to remember this thing. Plane surface, first one is rectangle. So B into D, depth is D and width is B, and G, there's a center of gravity that is at a distance X, or you can replace, I have used H bar as the distance, so you can just replace by H bar also, center of gravity from the base. So X equal to D by 2. So area you know B into D. So moment of inertia about an axis passing through CG and parallel to base. So that is Ig, because we have Ig in formula. So I have to remember this expression. So a moment of inertia of rectangular shape, that is BD cube divided by 12. Next, let's go for that. Third one is not necessary. I know about OO, that is not necessary. And triangle, so base it is this base length is B and height is H and center of gravity G at a distance X from the base. So X equal to H by 3. This is very important. Center of gravity for triangle, that is at a distance of H by 3 from base, not from corner. If you are going to consider from corner, then it becomes 2H by 3. So H by 3. Then area you know 1 by 2 into B into H. Moment of inertia, that is Ig, that is equal to BH cube divided by 36. Next, plane surface circle, so of diameter D and center of gravity at a distance X from circumference. So center of gravity from the base, X equal to D by 2, area you know pi by 4 D square. So moment of inertia, that is Ig, that is equal to pi D to the power 4 divided by 64. Next, trapezium, this is very important. So X equal to 2a plus b divided by a plus b into h by 3. So top edge, that is taken as distance as a length taken as a, and bottom width it is taken as b, and it is at height of trapezium is h. So I have to remember X equal to 2a plus b divided by a plus b into h by 3. So area equal to a plus b divided by 2 into h. So a moment of inertia Ig, that is equal to a square plus 4ab plus b square divided by 36 into a plus b into h cube. So you are supposed to remember this trapezium formula. Very important configuration. Next, horizontal plane surface submerged in liquid. So consider horizontal plane surface submerged or immersed in a static fluid. As every point of the surface is at the same depth from the free surface of the liquid, the pressure intensity will be equal on entire surface and equal to P equal to rho GH, where H is the depth of surface. So this is a horizontal surface. So all the points that is at equal distance from free surface. So pressure force that remains same at any point on the surface. So let A equal to area of the surface, then total pressure force or total force F equal to P into area. So P, that is a pressure, so that is given by rho GH. Area is area of the surface, that is capital letter A. So rho G into A into H bar. So where H bar equal to depth of CG from free surface of liquid. So that is equal to H. So also H star equal to depth of center of pressure from free surface. So here that is equal to H. So H equal to H star, that is equal to H bar, because you can see there the center of gravity and the center of pressure that is acting at same point. So H equal to H star, that is equal to H bar. So that's the expression. Next, let's go for inclined plane surface submerged in liquid. So inclined, as the name itself indicates, to derive expression for the object that is inclined at some inclination. So consider a plane surface of arbitrary shape immersed in a liquid in such a way that the plane of the surface makes an angle theta with the free surface of liquid as shown in figure below. So you can just consider the free surface of liquid and one arbitrary shape. So this project that arbitrary shape at an angle of theta, then project that arbitrary shape to angle of line of inclination. So that is you can see the dark line. So center of pressure, that is a point P, and center of gravity, that point is G. So from P to that line line of action of inclination, you just project. So you can see that this the force F is acting. Similarly, G, that is at a distance of H bar from line of action, and point P, it is at a distance of H star from line of inclination. Then you can see the small elemental area with the area equal to dA, and thickness is dy, which is at a distance of y from OO. So you can just see OO can be drawn perpendicular to line of action of inclination. So OO, and y star, that is the distance of P from OO, and y bar, that is the distance from G to OO. So let A equal to total area of the inclined surface, H bar equal to distance of center of gravity of the area from free surface. H star equal to distance of center of pressure from free surface of liquid. So that is with respect to line of action of inclination. So let theta equal to angle made by plane of surface with free surface of liquid. Let the plane of surface, if produced, meet the free liquid surface at O. You can see there, that's what I explained. O can be drawn, that is perpendicular to line of inclination. So then OO is the axis perpendicular to plane of the surface. Let y bar, that is equal to distance of center of gravity of the inclined surface from OO. So h bar is with respect to the free surface. Here y bar, that is with respect to OO. Y star equal to distance of center of pressure from OO. So consider a small strip of area dA at a depth h from free surface and at a distance y from axis OO as shown in figure. Pressure intensity, so you have to consider just one small strip similar to vertical surface with the area dA. So at a distance of y from OO and at a distance of h from line of inclination. Okay, pressure intensity on the strip P equal to rho gh. Therefore pressure force dF equal to P into area of the strip. Now P is rho gh, area is dA. So rho gh into dA. So total pressure force on the whole area that can be obtained by integrating. So F equal to integration dF, that is equal to integration rho gh into dA. But from the figure by triangles we can get h divided by y, that is equal to h bar divided by y bar, that is equal to h star divided by y star, that is equal to sine theta. You have to get it from the figure. H by y, that is equal to h bar divided by y bar, that is equal to h star divided by y star, that is equal to sine theta. So upon rearrangement we can get expression for h as h equal to y sine theta. So F equal to integration dF, that is equal to integration rho g, in place of h we can substitute y sine theta into dA. So that is equal to rho g sine theta, that is a constant, so we can take it out from integration sign. So rho g sine theta integration y dA, but integration y dA, that is equal to a y bar. Similar to previous problem, there it was h into dA, so it became a into h bar. Here it is y into dA, integration y into dA, so that is equal to a into y bar, where y bar equal to distance of center of gravity from axis OO. Therefore F equal to rho g into sine theta, y bar into a. So that is equal to rho g into a. So what is y bar into sine theta? You can see from that relation h by y equal to h bar divided by y bar, that is equal to h star divided by y star equal to sine theta. So expression for h bar is y bar into sine theta. So we can replace y bar into sine theta by h bar. So F equal to rho g into a into h bar. So since h bar equal to y bar into sine theta, take it as expression 6. This is the expression for center total pressure force. Now let's go for center of pressure, that is H star. So pressure of force on the strip dF equal to rho g h into dA, that is equal to rho g. So in place of h substitute y sine theta, rho g into y sine theta into dA, since h equal to y into sine theta. So moment of the force, I had to calculate center of pressure by using principle of moments. So moment of the force, about this is a component force, so dF into y. So we can see the with respect to OO area, the dA, that is a distance y from, there's a top edge of the area or small strip at a distance y from OO. So dF into y, so that is equal to rho g y in play y sine theta into dA into y. So that is equal to rho g y square sine theta into dA. Sum of the moments of all such forces about OO. So sum can be obtained by integration. So integration rho g sine theta y square dA. So that is equal to rho g sine theta, because it is a constant we can take it outside from the integration, into integration y square dA. But integration y square dA, it is similar to previous one. There it was I naught, here also it is I naught. So that is equal to moment of inertia of the surface about OO, that is equal to I naught. So therefore sum of moments of all forces about OO, that is equal to rho g into sine theta into I naught. Take it as expression 7. This moment of component force should be equal to moment of resultant force. So moment of resultant force, how to calculate? So that is F into the distance, that is y bar. So moment of total force F about OO is also given by, it is F into Y star. So F is acting at a distance of Y star from OO. So force into distance, that is a moment. So F into Y star, where Y star is distance of center of pressure from OO. Equating two values given by equation 7 and 8, that is according to principle of moments, F into Y star equal to rho g sin theta into I naught. So we can get expression for Y star as Y star equal to rho g sin theta into I naught divided by F. Take it as expression 9. So now Y star equal to H star divided by sin theta. This is from relation H by Y equal to H bar by Y bar, that is equal to H star divided by Y star equal to sin theta. So Y star equal to H star divided by sin theta. So and F equal to rho g into A into H bar. And I naught, by theorem of parallel axis, I naught equal to Ig plus A into Y bar square. So this is with respect to OO. Don't forget this one. So if you write Ig plus A into H bar square, then you're going to end up with wrong result. So we are considering with respect to OO here. So I naught equal to Ig plus A Y bar square. Next, substituting the values in equation 9, we get H star divided by sin theta, that is for Y star, that is equal to rho g sin theta divided by rho g into A into H bar into Ig plus A Y bar square. This is Ig plus A Y bar square in place of I naught. So H star equal to sin square theta divided by A H bar into Ig plus A Y bar square. But H bar divided by Y bar, that is equal to sin theta, again from previous relation. So our Y bar equal to H bar divided by sin theta. So upon substituting, we get H star equal to sin square theta divided by A into H bar into Ig plus A into H bar square divided by sin square theta. So or H star equal to Ig sin square theta divided by A into H bar plus H bar. Take it as expression 10. So this is an expression for center of pressure for what? Inclined surface. If theta equal to 90 degree, equation 10 becomes same as equation 5. Because sin 90 is 1, so sin square theta, that becomes 1. So Ig into 1 divided by A into H bar plus H bar. There is a relation for vertical surface. So equation 10 becomes same as equation 5, which is applicable to vertical plane submerged surface. So these are the three derivations. First one for vertical surface, second one horizontal, and third one for inclined surface. In next video, I am going to discuss about problems related to fluid statics. Okay, thank you.